afternoon, everyone. A warm welcome to IRX Residency and Citizenship Conclave Virtual Edition. It's great to have you all joining us from different countries, along with our esteemed speaker together on this platform. Looking at these challenging times, we at GMN Media have put together this platform as an opportunity to educate all our esteemed investors, investment bankers, lawyers, immigration and real estate consultants about attractive citizenship and residency programs on offer. This presentation will be for 15 minutes, followed by 10 minutes of Q&A. I would request all our attendees to be on active speaker mode. During time of Q&A, all attendees are requested to click the raise your hand button on your screen and you will be allowed to ask your question. We will unmute you so that you can ask your question. Since we only have 10 minutes, in case you didn't get your chance to ask your question or your query remains unanswered, the presenter will be available to speak to you in their virtual booth at the IRX Residency and Citizenship virtual exhibition. We will post the link on the chat for your reference. Without further delay, I would like to introduce our presenter, Mr. Samir Jain, Senior Director, India and South Asia for LCR Capital Partners. He is going to present on the EB5 investment program and the Portuguese Golden Visa program. Over to you, Samir.
Thank you, Rohan. A very warm welcome to all the attendees of IRX Residency and Citizenship Conclave. It's my pleasure to speak to you. I'm Samir Jain. I'm the Senior Director of LCR Capital Partners, and I'm based in Mumbai. LCR is a private investment management firm with global presence. So apart from offices in North and South America, we have presence in Mumbai, Singapore, and Dubai. And through these offices, we manage and we speak to a lot of our clients who are looking at US immigration by investing in EB5. We have hundreds of very happy clients from 30 different countries. And we have so far raised over $200 million in EB5 funds. And most of it is outside of China. Now, since most of you are attending this, the ones who are attending this webinar, definitely US must be on top of their mind. So I think my effort in the next few minutes will be to make sure that I make a case for why you should be reaching out to us, and we should be looking to partner with you or help you, your families or your clients in your US green card aspirations. Now, what is EB5 program? To put it very simply, it's a US investor visa program, which allows an investor to invest $900,000 in a US government approved project, based on which the investor, spouse, and the children under the age of 21 are able to get a US green card and fulfill their US residency goal. The program has been in existence since 1990, but it's only in the last few years that this program has really become very popular. And that's owing to institutional players like us coming into the market, working with top partners, wealth management channels, educational channels, and educating our clients on the benefits of this program and how easy it is to get into these programs and and to reduce the risk for you. Now, India is definitely one of the top markets for EB5, but more often than not, we hear questions about why US. I mean, if you're looking at residency programs to go out of India, why US? Now, I think to my mind, the answer is very simple. If you have, if you are with a family, if you have children, and if your children are looking at education outside of India, then US is definitely on the top of their minds. I mean, just take this example that if you look at the top 50 universities across the world, maybe 35 of them are in the US. So, whether you're targeting the top 5 or the top 10, or even if your children get into the 25th or the 30th ranked university, they're still in the top 50 university in the world. And once they come out of these universities, their path is set. Their professional development goals are achieved. So I think anybody looking at a solid education for the children, US is definitely on top of their mind. Of course, once the children are out of the schools and colleges, the US being the largest marketplace in the world definitely helps for them to get to work with their dream companies, whether it's the Apples, Googles, Amazons, or to go out and create an Apple or an Amazon. And we hear this constantly, and we know that the students in this subcontinent are very aspirational. Sometimes we say, do you want to work with Apple or a Google? And he says, no, I want to create one. And I think US being one of the most fertile grounds for innovation definitely helps these aspirations in the children. So yeah, of course, few years back, international families had a very clear-cut path through education to achieve their American dreams. And as you can see from the illustrious people on this slide, they've studied in the US, they've come out and worked in their dream companies or set up dream companies. In fact, one analysis that my leadership has done shows that the immigrant run companies in the US have created more value than non-immigrant run companies. So I think US has been very, very fruitful for people going into US to study, to work there. Now, of course, today's landscape has vastly changed, and there are a lot of challenges today that we see for people who are trying to get into the US. First of all, people who are students who are trying to get into the top universities, they have to deal with international student quotas. We see that every university has between 8 to 15%, 20% international quotas for international students. Now, the higher the universities are ranked, the more the number of students that are applying to these universities, and the more difficult it is for children to get in. So this is one. Of course, being an international student, your options to get financing is very limited, and so are the so are the merit-based scholarships. So this is only when people are trying to get into schools and colleges. Once they have finished their education, they have something called as OPT, optional practical training, depending on which stream they have studied in. If they are in the science and technology graduate, then they have 3 years. Otherwise, they have a 1 year OPT. But of late, we have seen that the Trump administration has even caused some ripple instability in that on the OPT side. Although things have kind of settled on that front now. So there is definitely a uncertainty around work, around immigration. H-1B, which is the most popular route to get into employment, is a lottery-based system. So for 85,000 H-1B visas, we have seen that there are about 265,000 aspirants. And because of which this uncertainty, the large corporations are not really ready. Even hot startups are not even ready to take international students because they feel that they'll run into these hurdles and this may cause uncertainty in their work environment. Now, just to elaborate on that point further for the students, I mean, if you just look at Howard, which is the university of choice for most students, for an international student, the acceptance rate is somewhere in the range of 0.1%, which means every 1,000 who applies, only one gets in. But if you were a US resident on a green card, the same acceptance rate goes up to 4.5%. That means every 1,000 who applies, so if for every 100 who applies, 4.5 seats for every 100 who apply, or 45 for every 1,000. Now that is a great difference. I mean, this is why being on a US residency or a US green card is so much beneficial for a student rather being an international student. Similarly, if you look at H-1B, and as I mentioned, into 2019, 275,000 people applied for H-1B, and the number of H-1Bs available are only 85,000. Also, we have seen that those who win the lottery are then subsequently given RFEs, which is request for evidence, or there are cancellations thereafter as well. So H-1B is no longer dependable for getting US employment. And so, there is, of course, a solution to this, and the solution is getting a US residency while you're aspiring to be a student and to reside in the US. This is, of course, not only provides you a certainty on your immigration side, it is also a safety valve for if there is an instability in the home country. And of course, 5 years after getting your US green card, you can apply for US citizenship. And these green cards, once you get a permanent green card, there is no expiration date on your green card. So this is basically on a auto rollover for 10 year, for every 10 years. And if you're applying through EB-5 for your US residency, there's no special skill required, not even an English language test. So, things are very simple. It's an investment visa program. You make the investment in a US government approved project. And if your funds are clean and clear, nothing stops you from getting a green card. So, we have worked with several clients over the last few years. Now of late, we are starting to see that people have started doing preparation. So if the kids are even 12, 13 years old and they have aspiration to go to some top US universities, what the parents do is EB-5 is the only surest and the shortest way of getting a green card. So the parents have started doing EB-5 for the benefit of the children who are even 12, 13 years old. Because as it takes a little bit of time to get the green card, and once if you have moved to the US, of course the acceptance rates, the lowered tuition fees for US residents. So this is a great planning that you should do. If you have children who are in this age group, you must definitely consider this. Then you have students who are already in the US, and once they're in the US, they realize that getting into the universities was a hurdle, but coming out, getting a job is even bigger hurdle. And so they start looking at an EB-5 route to get a green card, a US residency for themselves. You also have cases of, there are thousands of people who are on H-1B. And we often hear from our H-1B applicants that they feel that H-1B is a bonded labor because they are restricted to certain companies. They're not able to change roles. Their pay is much lower to US residents. And so they also want to be free. And to have US residency, if they apply for a green card, sometimes they have a 15 to 50 year wait periods. And which is why it makes sense for them as well to apply, make the investment, get their US green cards in a much shorter time and be free. We've also seen other families. People look at EB-5 for different purposes. For example, I've seen last year, there were business people who have, let's say, 2 or 3 children. And instead of dividing their business among the 2 or 3 children, they decided to give one child the business, and for the other, they made an investment and said, hey, why don't you go to US and set up shop to enable the business in the largest marketplace in the world, which is US. So, people use this in different ways to satisfy different needs, although it leads to the same goal, a US residency. And you can find some of the testimonials on our website on this. In India, LCR has decided to partner with major wealth management firms. And these firms like IIFL, Motilal Oswal, Centrum have done an extensive due diligence on us. And they're very happy to see that we are an independent investment manager. We are not a real estate developer. We are not selling our own project, but we go out into the market, look for the best project that is available, the best developers who have track records, projects which have collaterals, which are in late stage of development, where we have I-924 exemplar approval. All these lead to mitigation of risk, immigration risk, mitigation, So if you look at major risks, you will see that, the risks are when you're making this investment purely for the purpose of getting a green card. So you have to make sure that the projects are approved. If it's an I-924 exemplar approved, it's much better. So as a philosophy, if you look at our past projects, our projects have been I-924 exemplar approved projects. Proof of pudding is in the I-526 petition approval, and our projects have achieved those I-526 approvals. We also look at the fact that the EB-5 raise should be a much smaller part of the entire capital stack and not dependent on EB-5. And this is again illustrated very well through some of these marquee projects that we have done. We have done a Four Seasons hotel in Miami. We have done a Hall Arts residence, which is a ultra luxury high-rise, 50 home, exclusive 50 home condo, and a 183 room 5-star hotel. So we have completed these projects in 2019. Just quickly taking you through the projects for 2020. We are working with a project called Hall of Fame Village in Canton, Ohio. Again, I-924 exemplar approved projects. It also has I-526 approvals in it. Job creation, which is a big factor in making your green card permanent. is also achieved already in this project. We have already 15.9 jobs created per investor. So that takes away the risk of your green card not becoming a permanent green card. Very quickly, just running you through some of the details of this project. Job creation is already done. 99 million capital is already raised. This project is very, very popular in North and South America, which is football crazy, the football crazy countries. This is the actual picture of the stadium which has been built. $250 million have already been invested in the project. This is the Tom Benson Stadium, and this gives you an idea of how the project, when it's completed, will look. In the second phase, there is going to be an indoor water park, premium hotels, an experience center. So, once the project is complete, it will be a complete entertainment and a media destination. The second project that we are coming out with this year is a legacy project down in downtown Miami. It is a 290 residence and 256 hotel room project, and is a part of the Miami World Center. The project, the USP of this project is that there is 100,000 square feet of health, wellness, and medical center within the project itself. And the project is done by Royal Palm Companies, which has already executed a very successful project right next doors. They have also used EB5 funds, and they have been very, very successful. And if you can see, what we have done is we have taken a Baker Tilly third-party certification for TEA, that the project qualifies for 900,000 and for the business plan. And we've also used third parties for fund administration and for escrow. This mitigates the risk for the investors to a great extent. We have seen that sometimes investors are not necessarily looking at education for their children or access to a great marketplace, but are looking at immigration as a second option. And so sometimes waiting for 2 or 3 years to get into US, or going as far as US, is not in their interest. And for that purpose, what we've just started this year is a Portuguese Golden Visa program, because we believe that Portugal is the best destination when you're looking at a second destination, an option for yourself. Having a Portuguese Golden Visa gives you a visa-free travel to 26 countries within the Schengen area. If you apply, you can apply for if you plan to live in Portugal, you can definitely apply for a PR and stay there. 5 years after getting your Golden Visa, you can apply for a citizenship. Also, the benefit of doing a Portugal Golden Visa program is that not only the investor, but their dependent children and the dependent parents can also be a part of this petition. So more number of people can be covered within the same petition. And the requirement to maintain residency is very, very simple. In the first year, you need to just maintain 7 days in Portugal. And in the next subsequent 2 years, 14 more days. So it's very easy to maintain your Portuguese Golden Visa validity. Also, we have options where you could invest in the property, and the property could give you a rental yield. Instead of diving too deep into this right now, I'm going to request for people who are interested in EB5 and Portuguese Golden Visa to write to us, to reach out to us. As I said, I'm based in Mumbai, and I'm assisted by a very, very strong team. I've got people who, one of my team member is working in the EB5 space for several years. He's also an attorney. I've got another team member who's worked with high-end real estate. So we understand a lot of the issues, and we are happy to help you achieve your residency goals. I'm happy to take any questions, and I want to leave some time for questions. So I wrapped up my presentation quickly. Thank you so much.